And now it is my honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Jeff Van Drew, United States Congressman for the 2nd Congressional District of New Jersey. Congressman Van Drew, Stockton is truly honored to have you with us today, and we are especially honored to know you chose Stockton University to deliver your first commencement address as a United States Congressman. Thank you for that. Congressman Ben Drew is an accomplished leader and legislator. He served 7 terms in the New Jersey legislature in both the General Assembly and the Senate. This past January, he began his first term representing New Jersey's 2nd Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives. Most notably, he's a diehard advocate for Southern New Jersey and a great friend of Stockton. He also is one of very few politicians who can cross party lines, and he should get an extremely loud ovation for that. So without further ado, please join me in giving a hearty Stockton welcome to our keynote speaker, the Congressman Jeff Van Drew.
Graduates, President Kesselman, trustees, distinguished members of the platform party, proud parents, and friends. I'm honored to speak to you on this very important day. All of you here have accomplished something truly great. You have overcome odds. You've tried, failed, and then tried again until you met your goal. Today we celebrate you and your great accomplishments. As you move forward in life, I want you to remember those failures, those times that you fell down, the times that you didn't want to go on, and remember what it is that drove you to keep going forward. What you found within yourself that made you get back up and to try over and over and over again until you got where you are today. Now I'm realistic. I know this speech is a very small part of literally one of the biggest days of your entire life. So I am going to keep it short. But there's one thing I want you to remember. If there's one thing I can leave with you, it is, and it will sound unusual to say, but it is the importance of learning from failure. It is looking to advice to give to you today, the first day of the rest of your lives. I found something that I thought fit it best. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln said, whatever you are, be a good one. Succinct. I like that. Lincoln himself was born into poverty. He failed many times throughout his life. Many people don't know this. He lost 8 elections. He lost 8 elections. Most elected officials today could never tolerate that. He failed in business twice and suffered great personal losses as well. I'm sure that Abraham Lincoln wanted to quit many times. And had he quit, we wouldn't have seen one of the greatest presidents, one of the greatest icons our country has ever seen. In life, at times, you may fail. You may fall. You may face unbelievable, unimaginable obstacles. But what you have proven to yourself is that you can make it through. That's why you are here today. No matter how you get down, no matter what is thrown at you, keep going. Conquer it. Just conquer it and keep climbing higher. Theodore Roosevelt really said it best. It is not the critic who counts, and God knows there are a lot of critics today. It's not the individual who points out how strong the person stumbles or whether the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the individual who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who come short again and again, because there is no effort without error and without shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with the cold and timid souls who neither know victory or defeat. In today's world, the internet and digital communications being what they are, critics are abundant. We see them, we hear them, they're out there. The loud voice of the few can sometimes overcome the voice of the many. It is important now more than ever that you, the young people of today's nation, born into this digital world, now ready to face it head on, stand up and fight for what you believe in. Get in the arena. Get in the arena. Fail and get back up when you do. Today is a uniquely distinctive time in history. What your generation makes of this and makes of this nation is now up to you. As a congressman, I am a big believer in American exceptionalism. The opportunity you have and the time in history in which you have been born is exceptional. Some people look back on history and see darkness. When I look back on our history, I see a nation that tried, failed, and tried again, always striving for the goal to be a better nation and build a better future. As Americans, it is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to continue this tradition. We should all try to leave this world a better place than what we found it. Life, and I say this all the time, life is truly not a spectator sport. And sometimes the first step is as easy as knocking on a door. Who knows where the next step will take you? When I first ran as mayor years ago, I knocked on a lot of doors. I met so many wonderful people who still work hard to support the community even today. I have learned much about the importance of community over the course of my 30 years as a dentist, or my 20 years in public service as a mayor, and then a freeholder, and then assemblyman, and then a senator, and now I am honored to be a United States Congressman. I am so proud of my constituents. I am so proud of my American people. I am honored every day that I can serve our country in the United States House of Representatives. To the students that are graduating today, congratulations. You have proven yourself and to others that you can strive to be better, that you can accomplish your goals if you truly try. Now go forward. Try, fail, and try again. In closing, I want to share just a short fable with you. And quite honestly, it's a fable that I learned many years ago as a little boy. And it's a fable that I tell to those that graduate at every level of their education, because I believe it's about life and it tells us something. And it goes something like this. There was this beautiful, tremendous workhorse. And this workhorse worked so hard for his farmer day in and day out and was proud and magnificent beast. And one day, the workhorse fell into a sinkhole on the farm. The farmer wasn't quite the human being that he should be. And he gathered all his helpers around him and said, you know, we've had this horse a while. It's going to be so much work to get him out of this sinkhole. We're not going to bother. And we're just going to throw dirt on his back and bury him alive. And they started their evil deed. And they threw dirt into the hole and on his back, And in the beginning, the horse was making a tremendous amount of noise. You could hear this horse for miles and miles around. And it was sad. And finally, after a bit of time, the horse became more and more quiet. In fact, he became so quiet, you could hear a pin drop. So the farmer thought his evil deed was done. They all put down their shovels. They looked into the hole, and suddenly the horse jumped out. The horse jumped out and once again proudly ran around that farm with all the gusto and all the force that it always had. And the farmer said to his hands, "I don't understand this. We threw dirt on this horse's back. We buried him alive." And his helpers said, "You truly don't understand. With every shovel full of dirt that you threw on that horse's back, he shook it off and he took a step up." Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in life, sometimes in life, life itself is going to throw dirt on you. You just shake it off and you take a step up. May God bless you, may God bless Stockton University, and may God bless America.